for my announcement on YouTube. Let me know. Come on. Announce it. There it is. And I can hear me, so that's a plus.
Yeah, I can hear you. I seem to be frozen, so that's not a plus. Let's see.
And I get notice that it's being live streamed, and I say, got it. Am I frozen? I see your hands moving. So it does, it looks like your face video froze.
Yeah. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, we can still hear you on YouTube, so that's a plus.
Okay, good. And my video, whoops. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah.
I think it's because I left Zoom and went into YouTube, so I just can't see the comments or anything.
Yeah, I'm using my other device to read the comments, and we have Susie Fick, Amy, Sherry D, Lisa Acker, T from Not Afraid of Color, and Gloria Wolf are hanging out with us, and it looks like you unfroze a little bit there.
Yay.
I popped that back in there. Oops, nope. I need this big so I can read the comments. There we go. Turn that down and yay.
Think we're good?
Yeah, it looks good.
Hey, everybody, we're testing this out. Got to figure this out.
Yeah, she finally found that pesky go live button on Zoom.
Elizabeth and I spent like 4 hours trying to figure all this out one day together.
Yep. And something happened while she was away. It's like, oh, I better work for her. And it showed up for her. And she's like, let's go live. And I can't say no to that.
I love it. Yes. So Elizabeth, I just love you. And thank you for being a free spirit with me and going live with me. Like, after T's live, I was like, hey, you want to hang out with me on YouTube tonight? I'm pulling it up on my phone so I can see the comments too.
Yep. And T says, oh, I love the Blondie t-shirt.
Oh, thank you. I cut my hair today. It was like super long, but then it's real short in the back. Yeah. And so today I just cut it super short. So I have a new haircut, new do.
And Amy is asking, have you chosen an organization to donate for the month yet, Miss Biddy?
Well, about that, I did pick one. And then they were like, yeah, we're good. We work with American Greetings. And I was like, oh, well, you're covered. Okay. So I need to share a video. And I think this month it'll just be like donations locally or making random acts of kindness. And then we'll try to get another organization for October is kind of the plan.
That's awesome.
Which I'm glad this organization was awesome. And I'm glad that they have American Greetings in their corner and it was all good, but it just wasn't going to work for us handmade card makers.
Right.
So let's see. It's still not showing up with a chat for me. I wonder why.
Yeah, my cell phone is working good. I have all the chatty chats.
Good. Well, hi, everyone. I can't see your comments, but I'm so glad you're here.
And Gloria says, you're all on my phone. I have our TV football game on the iPad.
Awesome. Yep. I like the multitasking, Gloria. Very, very good.
Yep. Ms. Dawn is in the house saying hello to everybody.
Hi, Dawn.
T says YouTube is a little nuts tonight, so it could just be a little glitch because I kept getting that no connection retry in my comments, and I'm like, there's a connection because I'm watching the video.
Right.
Yay. I'll choose to believe you maybe a little bit.
So Elizabeth totally won me over to Lunar Paste, you guys, and probably most of y'all too. And so this is what I'm playing with and she's playing with tonight. I just picked a few colors. Which ones are you working with, Elizabeth?
I'm gonna do the fall theme. So I'm hoping to make some mud. So I've got my oranges and yellows, and I'm gonna throw a little bit of red, a little bit of Game Over in there. And, you know, just the oranges and yellows and reds, maybe nice. A little bit of blue, I don't know, or green. Green will help make some mud to do some fall colors.
Cool. Well, I have these colors picked. I actually picked these as my fall colors. I was inspired by the Not Too Shabby color story that they did that in the September release. It had like all your like normal fall colors, orange, red, yellow, gold, all those, but then she added like a pop of pink, and it's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
Then I have these leftover pieces from a card that I made, a mixed media card, and I thought they kind of paid homage to the Queen. I mean, it's got tea, and I thought it would kind of work. So I'm hoping to turn out a mixed media card like an homage to the Queen.
That'll be awesome.
We shall see.
So many goodies.
So this will be rather short, you guys, because I could hang out with Elizabeth all night long,
right,
and make things. But I have a sick husband, and I still have to be like domestic. That's what the week looks like for me when I get off work. I get to be domestic. So anyways, I have to go cook dinner. We're having fish and fried rice tonight. Have you already eaten, Elizabeth?
Yes, the hubby made some barbecue ribs.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, we ate. Amy is asking, do you two participate in the stamp timber buying at Simon Says Stamps? I know they do collaborations and such. And I'll answer that. I tried, and then I was disappointed because like everything was sold out. So I was like, nope, this is not for me, because it makes me sad that I can't have the things I want because they're
that I really want
sold out.
In years past, I have. I'm currently trying to do low buy, and I had gone a little bit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, because what I find is that once I say yes and buy something, then it's easy for me to just keep saying yes, and it's harder to get back on the no train. And so, you know, I'm kind of just loving my stash. I mean, I'm having to spend 15 minutes a day as it is just trying to find a place to cram all my stuff into my fully dedicated room of craft supplies. So I don't think I need anything else. And yeah, so, you know, it's just because of where I'm at on my journey, I think. But I know that they make magical stuff, and I'm sure it's fabulous. And I did, a couple of years ago, I did participate. Like I'd wake up or stay awake to see what the next thing was so I could try to grab it. But yeah, I don't play that game anymore.
Yeah, I hear that.
I can understand the fun. I have participated. I just don't anymore. Elizabeth, real quick, do you mind giving everyone here a rundown of Lunar Paste and what we can do with it?
Lunar Paste. I I love Lunar Paste. It's I only have one other texture paste. Well, you know, the colored stuff. I have the Chartreuse stencil butter. This is comparable. I haven't used this on a bunch of stuff because when I bought the Lunar Paste, I was sold. So you can apply it through stencils like any texture paste. You can mix the colors. I'm assuming you can mix colors of the other brands too, but it's extra shiny. When it dries, it has the mica front and center, and it's gorgeous. And the color shifting abilities that it has, they color match the inks. So in one state of the shine, it's darker, but in the other state of, you know, twisting the paper, it is going to match the Simon Hurley inks very well. And then you can use them with the palette knife, just like this, scraping it in, making some fun colors and whatnot. You can scoop it out and use it like a paint, which I also love. Like, if you can think of it, you can probably do it with Lunar Paste. So I like to dab it out with the paintbrush and paint with it. You can water it down and thin it out to paint with it. If you put it on glass or non-porous surface, it will stay for the most part, but you can peel it off perfectly, which is kind of cool. Oh, look at that. And the cleanup,
go ahead,
is also fun. So don't worry about like, I'm making a mess, you know, but the cleanup is going to be absolutely fabulous. And since we don't want to put that back in the jar, we can grab our scrap piece and just add that over there, because then we can die cut it and do fun stuff. Ooh, I like that. And I just made a new color because I basically mushed all of them together.
Wow, that's beautiful.
But yeah, so I was cleaning my palette knife on this, and then I just scooped the excess. So we just let that dry. And I have even put this on fabric, and you put it on thin enough, it'll stay there.
Oh, it does stay on fabric?
Yes, it does. Do I have
that
close by? And
the shine. I mean, I had seen you and Simon just go to town with techniques with Lunar Paste, but for me, once I got it in my hands and I have the shine, there is just nothing else like it. And what I'm doing with mine right now is just a palette knife, and I'm just creating like an abstract background, and I'm putting it on super thin. But the cool thing about it is that you can, you know, make it as thick like a paste and as opaque as you want it, or transparent. So like, I'm gonna hold this piece up and y'all can see now how the yellow is transparent over the back and how it's kind of, it's just so cool. It really is cool. And then what I can't convey through the camera, I don't think, is the literal shine.
Yeah, it's shiny.
You cannot get it until you see it in person, and it's spectacular. Like, there's just something so magical about this stuff. I love it.
It is one of my favorites. And yes, I did purposely make mud in, because I'm going for a fall theme, you know, and the leaves are turning, they're getting mushed in the road and all that fun stuff. So mud is a good thing to make during fall. But
that looks awesome.
Set that up there to dry. Now, here's a piece of the fabric. So this is, I want to say slippery when wet, because I didn't have the shooting star at the time. And I thinned it out and added it, but it is. And
what kind of fabric is that? Cotton or
yeah,
canvas?
this one is just a cotton. So you can, I have ink on my finger still, so, but there's a little bit of the pink lunar paste in there, but it originally was this, just a white one. And this one here, I watered it down even more, and you can still see some of the shimmer of the mica in it, but this one is way better with it a little bit thicker.
Wow. Ooh, I can't wait to try it on some fabric.
But I would do it on something you don't want to wash a bazillion times. Like,
I have some tamale bags. Where are those? Like, we buy frozen tamales, and they come in these fabric bags, and I just can't stand to throw it away because it's a nice bag and it has a drawstring. It just has a tamale brand on it. So I was like, I'm going to save those, and I'm going to find a way to incorporate like in my journals or something. I could totally do like the lunar paste on them.
Yep.
Oh,
make fun little bags. Yeah, little bags that you don't have to clean. Okay, so cleanup, you can do cleanup a bazillion ways. And I like to dab, but since I had some on my scraper, I just scraped up the rest, and now I'm just gonna put it on there different, because you can turn it into two things like die cuts and whatnot. Ooh, that one looks like tree. Let me just finish making that look like tree. Oh, I like that. So now I have shiny tree.
And in case anybody was wondering what inks Elizabeth was referring to, she's talking about the Simon Hurley inks. So, you know, this is his little brainchild, the lunar paste. And so he also has an ink collection, and it all coordinates, for those who don't know.
Yes, his inks, I had been out of scrapbooking and stuff for many years, and what I had in my collection were the little bitty cheapy things that you could purchase from Michael's and all that stuff, and so they weren't fabulous, and so I chucked them because they'd been in storage for years. And I was searching, you know, the Catherine Pooler, all these brands, and I saw the Simon Hurley ones, and I'm like, well, I'll try those. We'll see. And I was really impressed with the colors, so I bought the one set and then bought them all, and that is what I have.
So how did you fall in love with Simon Hurley and his products?
That's a slippery slope. No, I was a part of a group, and they were introducing him, and then I was watching his videos and stuff, and they were using his product, and I'm like, wow, I really liked not so much the kid designs, like his little bears and stuff. I don't really have any of that, but he also designs more my taste. And I was like, this little guy, he's making stuff for me, and that's just how I felt. Like, you know, this suits me, this, you know, it just speaks to me, and he keeps getting better. And that's the other thing, he's such a sweetheart.
Oh, I know, he hops into your lives all the time.
And
he's a big supporter of you right back, which is super sweet.
Right. And he's not judgmental, and he's very down to earth and fabulous. And that also sells it. Cause like, I'm not going to buy something from somebody I can't tolerate. Like, you know, it just, and so the personality, the design aspect and everything just really grabbed me. And to be fair, this right here, the overzealous, when he demoed that, I was like, I need that. I bought that, and then I bought all the rest.
Well, green is your color, girl.
Yes, it is. And I was just like, oh, I must. It's a must have.
Well, I can tell you, you know, I have been on this low buy journey, and that means something different to everyone, but I've been doing so much better in 2022 than I've done any other year since I found card making, as far as making fewer purchases. And, but like, once I got the Lunar Paste, I was so glad I got the whole bundle.
Right.
You know, definitely have that same, and I don't have full set syndrome. I don't need everything. In fact, I usually find now that I've bought everything on the planet when it comes to card making stuff and crafty supplies, I've figured out that actually less is more for me creatively. And so like I went through my alcohol inks and everything, and really like my markers, and dwindled them down. I just created a rainbow that I like, basically, and gave my children all the rest. And, you know, but when it came to the Lunar Paste, I got the bundle, and it was so funny because I got the last one at the time. I'm sure it's been restocked since, but it was like only one left. And I was like, it's mine. That one's mine. And I'm so glad I did, because I want every color.
Right. Yes. And that too. I wasn't a full set. You know, there's certain things I like hedgehogs, and you know, you're like, oh, I want that.
We all have our weaknesses, right?
Yeah, but Simon Hurley, I don't know. There was something that clicked, and I was like, no, I need that. I need that. Even if I don't particularly like that, I'm going to get it, use it, and probably give it away. Something like that. And so, yeah, let me collect it all. So it's really bad. And now he's teamed up with Spellbinders. And I'm like, oh no, I'm going to be in so much trouble.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, he is teaming up with Spellbinders. So he's making stamps with Ranger, but the dies with Spellbinders. So they'll have coordinating dies and some standalone dies, plus some hot foil plates. So I'm super excited for him too, because that'll expand his, you know,
reach and his creative. I mean, anytime you have that opportunity to further your creative process by creating more products, I mean, that just makes it better. When you can open up new realms and worlds of your creativity, it'll make, you know, everything better. It'll make even his stamp sets and all things better. That's so cool. I'm so happy for him. That's cool.
Yep.
Oh, I think I have enough of those, and I bet my Lunar Paste is dry. It doesn't take a long time to dry, which is nice, because I'm very impatient, and I'll just make a big mess of things if I have to wait.
I do that too. I totally do that too. Another fun thing about the Lunar Paste is you can apply it with whatever applications, the foam domes. I like to take the Lunar Paste out of the tub, apply it to the top of the dome, mix it a little bit with that orange in there. Just don't put that back in that one. And then you can pounce it. You can rub it in. You can do all the things. Mine is a little crusty because I've used this foam dome quite a bit. I actually need to get some more. And the best thing is you can just add more.
Just keep going, keep layering it. I want to say hi to some people. I've got things up on my phone now, so I can see some comments. I'm going to say hi to a couple of people as I get this little shadow box card together. Ooh, we're going to put that on the Lunar Paste. All right. Hey, Beverly. Hi, Dawn, Janine. How are y'all? Angela, I got your card today. Thank you. Jonna. It's either Joanna or Jonna. I'm not sure. I think it's Joanna.
Yeah, that one might be Joanna.
Lisa, Gloria. We said hi. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Amy. WJ, hello. Lurking. I love it. Yes, yes, yes. Sherry D. Hi, everybody. Sorry, I couldn't get to my comments. And T, everyone. Hi, hi, hi. So I'm glad y'all are here hanging out with us. I really wanted to like lower my camera, but I can't because then it blocks me here. So let me see, maybe if I turn my face off, like y'all probably don't need to see all this. Let me do that. And then y'all can see, I can lower my camera a little bit. I'll come back later. Let's see.
Amy, I did miss your question about the paper glaze comparison. Again, I don't have paper glaze, so I can't comment on that. Sorry.
And I don't have paper glaze either. I'm just gonna hold this up one more time to try to give y'all that. Can you see how it's shining? It's not wet, it's completely dry. All that shine.
Isn't it beautiful though?
Yes, yes, yes. So let me drop my camera down.
And it's easy to clean. Even
there we go.
I would not recommend letting the lunar paste sit for days on your stencil. You know, an hour or so. It scrapes off a lot better than most other pastes. But yeah, it cleans really nicely. So you could do some stuff and then take it to the sink and clean it, or just clean it with a rag like I did. This is a clean up. This is applied directly. Love it.
That's so pretty, Elizabeth. Did you do that? You just did that.
Yes, I did. I just did that.
Okay.
And this one is almost all dry. And this one, it's going to take a little bit because there's some high spots. And this is pouncing and rubbing and doing all the things. And you're going to get some fun little texture bits. But yeah, the thinner it is, the quicker it dries, which is fabulous. Let me tell you. I think I want to do some gold ghosts, because why not?
Ooh, that's fun.
Ooh, let's do this over black. We'll do gold ghosts on black, which that's another thing, is because if you can do a thick layer, oh, you guys, it's going to be so gorgeous. Ooh, let's do yellow. Do we want to do yellow ghosts? We'll do yellow ghosts. What doll set are you using on top of your projects? Miss Amy is asking.
Oh, me. I used it in my mixed media video that came out this week, my old plus new. Oh, it's from Art T Life, and it is linked in that video. It's an Etsy printable. And yeah, so I want to kind of make a really different kind of like little shadow box card with it. And I love this mixture of like kind of more modern, like almost like an 80s background with these like vintage images. I don't know. That's the contrast is quite fun. I am going to do some stamping with these random stamps that I have, because I think that will add even more interest to this background. So I'm gonna, now that my lunar paste is mostly dry, I did stick my finger in some of it that wasn't totally dry, but it's mostly dry. I'm gonna come in and stamp on top of it these more vintage looking flowers. So this is my card for the Queen.
Janine says, now I want to play with paste. Absolutely. And if you guys don't have lunar paste, grab out whatever paste you have. See how if you can mingle the colors, if dabbing it with a tool versus scraping it in, it's going to give you different effects. And it's paper. So if you don't like it, use it for die cut.
Chunk it.
It's not going to hurt it. Maybe send it through the blender and make new paper.
Mm-hmm. Turn it over.
Yeah, turn it over. I had to do that the other day. I was like, yeah, that's a hot mess. I left it in the video too. I stamped the image and heat set it with the clear embossing powder, and I hated it. I was like, yeah, there's no saving that. And flipped it over. Gosh.
I did a live and I made this hot mess. I never even finished it. I just threw it off to the side. I found it today. And my brother came in that live, and he's always had this thing about corn dogs. It's a big joke in our family. So he's like, all it needs is a corn dog on it. And I have a corn dog stamp set. So I'm going to stamp corn dogs on this and send it to him.
That's hilarious. But so this one is the shooting star on black, and it's going to dry rather quickly. That one's mostly dry right there.
Oh, I like it. I like those gold ghosts.
Yep. Using the tool, it leaves it thicker around the edges a little bit. So, that's another thing to look at is if you want evenness, you're going to do a scraper. If you want highs and lows, you can pounce it in there or blend it in with the blender, and you're going to get some sharp edges with your tool that way. But look at, aren't those ghosties so cute? Put a little ribbon, a little sentiment, and this is ready to ship off. I love that too. Like, you don't have to do much. Like, I could just put a little sentiment, do a little ink blending if I wanted, and just send that out, because we can have the white space.
I love it. And who would have thought gold ghost? I think that's so cool. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Oh, here we go. So I stamped, this is a cleanup sheet, you guys. I love cleanup. So I used the white on the stamp, stamped it, and then there was a lot of white left. So I sprayed it and then used the black sheet and picked it all up. So I'm going to lay that down. I'm going to lay my ghosties right on top of it. So if you're kind of quick, after you've used your stencil, if you missed it and then use a scrubby, this is a face scrubby. They have kitchen scrubbies that are kind of like this too. And you can just scrub right over. See, this is cleaning, right? Because I need to get this lunar paste off, but I'm just going to use my tool and scrub it right onto the paper. Okay, and then when I lift, I have my little ghosties right over my bubbles.
Oh, I love it.
And it's even thinner than this one. Okay, first time around, second time around, this is gonna dry so fast. But yeah, using those little
what I love is that I can apply it as thick or as thin as I want.
Yep.
For different results.
Kim in Alaska. Hello, hello.
Hey, Kim.
And
I missed it. I was fussy cutting with my big scissors. You missed it.
Amy, appreciate all of the comment questions. All the questions are fabulous. I love it.
Yes.
And cleanup sheets are the best. I absolutely love the cleanup.
You love your cleanup like I love my Franken paper.
Right. And yeah, you need to come on my channel and show me how to just walk me through the Franken stuff. Because I'm like, I really want to do it. And I'm like, it's one of those things that I want to do. So I just need to do it.
Yes. And for, I know we've got a few people here hanging out with us in the chat. Thank you all so much. I know a lot of people will catch this video on replay because Bitty Penny does not plan lives. And I know I already had a live this morning, and now here I am again tonight. But
I missed your live
all
this
of
morning.
you, Elizabeth has a YouTube channel. And I would love for you, if you haven't visited yet, if you don't know already, please go check out her channel. She's awesome. This is what she does. That's why she had to be my first guest, and she's helping me do this because this is what she does normally. She does crafty Zooms with friends. She does lives and mixed media, all kinds of stuff, not just cards. And well, Elizabeth, I just adore you and love you.
I appreciate that very much.
So I hope that people will come over to your channel and help her grow, give her a like, subscribe, check her out. If you've enjoyed this session with me and Elizabeth tonight, then chances are you will love her channel.
I would greatly
and it's
appreciate
such a positive place to be. I love it.
Autocorrect caught Dawn. I was like, a crap box? No, a scrap box. Poor Dawn. That's all right. We were talking about autocorrect on somebody's channel, and I was like, it changes the weirdest stuff. And today it took here, HERE, and turned it into a capital HERR. And I'm like, why can't I use the word here? It's an actual word. And I took a picture because I need to show Pam that she's not the only one that is boggled by the autocorrect demons. I don't know what's going on with them guys.
Yeah, that was so funny. I was in the chat when she was talking about that. I guess it was last night. I don't know. I lose track. But yeah, we've all been plagued by that, right? The one that cracked me up too was the big shot.
Right? That I did. I giggled at that one. That one was funny.
That one was hilarious. Oh, really trying to make this umbrella work. Like I'm like forcing it. I'm like really want the umbrella to work, but I don't know if it will.
Oh, I love this one. My wood grain.
Ooh, I like it.
But yeah, these are some of the first ones I did, and they're already dry, you guys. I mean,
mine too.
Love that lunar paste. Now, remember, we said the thicker it is, the longer it takes to dry. And so this one is probably my thickest one. And it's a little tacky. You don't want to push down hard. You just kind of want to, like in a corner that you might chop off, just give it a little tap. Because if it's still wet, you want to be able to fix it. But like right here, it's a little tacky. So I know this isn't quite dry, but it's mostly dry, you guys. Can you just look at my light just shine off of there? And to see it in person, like Betty Penny said, it's a total difference to see it in person versus
on camera.
On camera,
yeah,
it doesn't pick it up. Yes, ECR called us her crappy friends. That's right. That was a slip of the, yeah, that was funny. And this one's almost dry as well. And again, we have some high peaks. You know, if you know people, autism or anything like that, and they like textile things, use your paste, make them some fun backgrounds that they can pet. Yes, pet the lunar paste, you guys. It's fabulous. Do one more leafy green, I think. And then we'll do a mix of greens with a little bit of yellow. Because we got some fake plants, some lunar later gator and minty fresh. Those are our greens. And I'm gonna do the Simon Hurley thing. I'm gonna put a globule at the top and then drag it down.
Oh yeah, I like that technique.
I haven't done it yet. So wish me luck, guys.
I am using some with my finger to color this die cut, or it's not a die cut, but this printed image. So I'm going to use some to color. It kind of overwrites the black, but I don't really mind that. I'm not mad at it.
Right? I
okay.
apparently did not clean my palette knife good enough at one point and got some gold in my Minty Fresh, but that's okay. I just scooped it out.
So are you just making back? I mean, not like just, or you just, but you know what I mean. Are you making backgrounds tonight? Is that what you're focusing on? That's what
yes, I am, because I love backgrounds.
I know.
I stack them up and then never use them, but I have plans. I am going to start using them eventually. Actually, I used some today in my video for Crescent Creation, but I love that card so much. It's downstairs on the mantle. But
I love that.
Die cut some of my backgrounds for my tree and stuff.
I think that's how we know we really like something we've done, because when I finished my mixed media cards this weekend, I went out and put them on the mantle in the dining room where I put cards sometimes. And it's like, you know, that's how we know, right? Like when we go to put it on display, when it makes us so happy that we even have it just on proud display.
Yes. And sorry, I did the oh my goodness because it's so beautiful. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. What color is that again?
So we had the fake plant, Minty Fresh, and fake or later Gator.
And you just smeared them all together?
Yeah, I started with the scoops at the top and then just drug it straight down. So it almost looks the same on the palette knife. And since we have so much, you guys, that's a lot. But we don't panic. If you've got extra, you know, yeah, you can't put it back in your jar, but maybe you have a spare jar, or do like me and have extra panels handy, because once you get this out, you're going to be busting out panels so easy left and right. It's insane. And Amy asked about a gel print, and yes, I do gel prints. I actually have some beautiful ones I took photos of and put them in my shop.
Yes, Elizabeth is an artist, so she draws printables, and she has, I was in your shop the other day, Elizabeth, checking it out.
Yeah, thank you.
And I saw that you have different kits that have your gel prints. That's so cool.
Yes. That was really, I was like, oh, I'll do this. It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, because I was like, okay, I've only got a couple of 100 gel print photos, and I'm like, I can't downsize these all to 8.5 by 11. I would just go bananas. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to put them in the shop as full JPEG images, and people can downsize them, use them on big projects, and just do it that way. And so, yeah, that's how I've put them in there. Look at this. We have made 3 prints with this, and I keep digging into it. You want to just let it go smoothly, and there we go. And don't worry, I've got overage here and here. I'm going to chop this down because this is a 1/4 sheet of paper. And I've made a new color because I mixed all 3 colors.
That's
so
really
I have
pretty.
A new one. But yeah. And this will be good for fall. Put like a little hedgehog or a little something in there. Mm, look at all this greenery. I love this. I need a big sheet for cleanup on this mess.
Yes, you do.
I need a big sheet. Come here.
Oh, hey,
let me do copy paper.
Heard you talking about, you might be running out of paper and that accent opaque is hard to find, and you were thinking about trying Spring Hill Digital.
Yes.
Is that right?
For the my card bases. I was like fortunate. Somebody texted me and was like, hey, your 60 and 80 pound is available. So I went and got some of that, but I can't find the 120.
Right.
So I need new card base material.
Mm-hmm. I used Spring Hill Digital like from 2017 until still. I love Spring Hill Digital.
Okay.
It's wonderful. Now the 110 index. Now I always feel like I have to add like an extra insert or something into it. I don't like to just use it by itself as a one layer card. For me, it's a little light, but that's up to the person.
Right.
But, I forever loved watercolor, and I watercolor wet to dry, dry paper, wet brush on Spring Hill Digital. And I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite papers. And I went to Kinko's because Kinko's used to sell it for $6 a ream.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Before, all the 2019.
Where everybody turned crafty.
But I went to pick some up just like 2 weeks ago, and they're like, sorry, we don't sell reams of white paper anymore because of the paper shortage. And so we cannot sell you that paper. And I was like,
no, how devastating.
Excuse me? You might have to repeat that.
Right? It's like, I need to clean my ears. Just a second.
Not computing here.
That's terrible.
Yeah. So if you find it, you'll have to find it online.
Yeah, and that's where I do most of my paper shopping is at Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I'm just like, ugh. And I kind of want to wait it out, but I'm like, I'm dwindling. I don't have a lot left for card bases. And I'm just like, I'm dying here. I need my card bases.
Well, for me, the other thing about the Spring Hill is that my printer likes it. Like my printer tolerates it, which is amazing. Yeah, I just love it. I really do.
So you guys see me, I'm cleaning up and you're like, oh my gosh, she's using so much paper. I am actually using printer copy paper. Easy breezy, just like you would for gel prints and stuff. I actually have a bazillion reams of this particular copy paper because it's got that perforation in it. And so these are like less than a penny a sheet of paper when I did the math. I'm like, yeah, okay. I can afford all of that. I have an obscene amount because I had this ambitious idea when I bought the paper. I was like, I'm just going to make mass production of tea-dyed paper. And then when I got it home, I realized, oh, I got it so cheap because it's perforated. So then I got bummed and I'm like, you know what? This is still good because it's like 1/3 of the paper, which you can easily make a pocket with. You can rip this off and you have a slimline card and you have enough to make a small journal. So I'm like, now I need to make more. Like I need more, but yeah, I need to make more stuff now. My little.
All right. So this one is just a little shy of an A2, and I'm not going to stress about it or worry about it at all. At least I know it'll fit in an A2 envelope, and I'm just going to trim off the top. because I was trying to make scraps work for me.
Right.
So that works for me. There it is. I'm going to show y'all close up, and then I'm going to switch back. Do you like it?
I love it. It's beautiful.
So yeah,
talented.
and see, it's got like a shadow box. So not something I can really mail because this is just cardstock.
Right.
But I can give it to someone in person, and I love it. So it's like the Queen young and when she was in her coronation or something.
Yeah.
And I made some like flower wallpapers, kind of what I did with that fussy cut flowers, popped up her tea. Got to have some English tea. So yeah.
Awesome sauce.
Yay. Okay, I'm going to pop back into video, and then I am going to check in with you, Elizabeth, see everything that you made. I'm going to spotlight you.
Okay, I am just cleaning up my stencil. It mostly dried on there because I was yapping and doing other stuff. But look, it dried on and it comes off. But the longer you leave it sit, the harder it is to get off.
Yeah.
But don't panic if it dries. Your stencil will still work just fine. Mine, you can see the ones I like because they get a little grungy. So yeah, another mess I need to clean and myself. Gotta get a little dirty, a little bit in there.
Stay pretty clean. I have a little bit on me, but not too much.
Yeah.
Okay, let me spotlight you, Elizabeth, and let's take a look at the things that you made. You know, this is going to take me a second because
that's all right.
I'm new to the game here. Let's see.
Pineapple Paper Craft says, I don't normally like paper dolls, but that's a cool card. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I know. Let me say something. I was repulsed by paper dolls for the longest time, and like art dolls and everything. Like as soon as I'd see it, I'd be like, next. Like I'm not entertained by it. And then a couple of weeks ago, I made a bunch with my daughter, and I've been hooked ever since. So
that's
I'm
awesome.
Learning not to discredit things, you know, not to say never, because eventually chances are I'm going to try it and like it if it's paper crafting. Elizabeth, I'm still struggling here with getting you spotlighted. So give me a second.
That's all right. You're using your,
there it is.
Okay. I was going to say it needs to be the device, I think, that initiated. Okay.
I think we're there now.
So we purposely made mud with some greens and some oranges and some yellows and a little bit of red. So I can do some fall stuff on this. Oh, I love that. And then, oops, I stuck my finger right in that. We pounced on some lunar paste through a stencil using our dauber tool, which it just gives a different technique. And if you make sure it's really, your stencil's really down, you know, I was just holding mine. So you can do better and not get these blubs, but I like the blubs. I'm not sad by the blubs or whatever you want to call them. They happen. Then I was doing some cleanup, and the way I scraped it, it kind of like looked like wood. And that's from this. All of those colors blended together to make that color. And another cleanup.
Does that one have leaves in it? It almost looks like the one in your left hand almost looks like it has leaves in it.
No, what happened was when I scraped the lunar paste on, it was kind of thick, but not. So I used the same stencil and smooshed it in. And so it gave this little texture, and the scraper left these hard drag marks. So yeah,
wow.
I could totally cut leaves out of that and it'll be fabulous. Again, scooping it on. You can do solid, so you can do die cuts and all the fun stuff. our little ghosties, or no, I still have cleanup. So my dirty stencil, that was a cleanup sheet. This was a cleanup from this one.
Nice.
And then
you really made a lot. Oh, I love the ghosts.
Super easy and quick. This one we stamped him in with the tool and then clean up onto this piece. And then where's the one we started with? This one here, 3 shades of green. Look at that. Oh my goodness. This one is still wet. I just stuck my finger in it right there. And I'm not sad about it.
Move, Elizabeth.
Well, yeah, but that's right on the edge. We're going to chop that off. The thicker it is, the longer it takes to dry. So that was the first scraping. Nice, even colors. And then we did a second. And the colors are more marbled now in that one. And then the third one, because I used a little bit too much lunar paste. But
well, that's okay, because now if you make one card that you find the design that you really like, you have 2 other backgrounds where you can make 3 cards,
Right. And then I did a bunch of cleanup. So
yeah, you did.
When I pull out my gel press, and I can use these and pick up even more stuff. So I've got starter pages.
Yeah, for the layers, for gel press layers.
It's still shiny. You see that right there?
So amazing. I know.
Even thinned out and cleaned. I don't know how many times did I clean it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cleanups.
Nice.
For my one mess of green. So, yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see everything that you make with all those awesome backgrounds.
I know. I'm going to have to do like the background series where all I do is chop it up or make stuff with the things that I have.
Totally. Totally.
Thank you for having me,
Elizabeth, for being a free spirit with me. I'm very much a free spirit. No one's ever asked, but one of my tattoos on my wrist says free spirit.
Shooting for you.
So, thanks for being my friend. Thanks for helping me figure out Zoom so I could do these lives with people.
Absolutely.
And with you on my channel. You have a very busy schedule. So I'm glad that you came and hang out with me tonight.
Yes, I had fun.
We got to give all of my people a lowdown on lunar paste.
Right.
Which is awesome. So thank you so much. And thanks to everyone for hanging out with us tonight. Y'all are so sweet. We love you. And I hope you feel inspired, like Elizabeth said early, or any paste that you may have, pull them out. You can also put, maybe you have Nuvo drops. You can put you can use Nuvo drops like a paste. Now it will harden. You'll want to clean your stencils and your supplies, but try lunar paste. Nuvo drops through your stencil, whatever you have. Try different things. If you don't have a paste, maybe try an acrylic paint in a different way that you haven't before.
Right.
This background that I made tonight, I used to make it with cheap acrylic paint all the time. This was one of my go-to designs. This paper that I made like this.
It's beautiful.
You don't have to have lunar paste to make this. So don't be discouraged if you're on a low buy like me. If it's just not in the budget, don't worry. You can make similar designs with other products. So, but I hope you feel inspired. I know I had a terrific time. So I'm so glad. I feel so blessed and so honored that I get to hang out with you, Elizabeth, and that I get to hang out with everybody here. So thank you. Thank you.
You guys are fabulous. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. I hope everyone has a super good night. I have to go feed my family now, or there might be a riot at the Clayton house. So need to
starve
go.
to death.
But love you guys. It's so good to see y'all. Hey, keep September 17th at 5 p.m. Central open on your calendar so that you can come to my virtual craft fair event.
Yes.
It's going to be right here on my channel. It's going to be live and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. If you can't leave your house, if you don't have craft fairs in your area, then come to mine. It's virtual and it's free. And you don't have to buy anything. There's no pressure like maybe at a real craft fair.
Right?
And I'm sure you'll be inspired. I'm going to have a whole variety of things. It's going to be fun. So
excited for you.
Yes, yes. It's very exciting. So thank you, Elizabeth. I love you so much. And everyone here, thank you. Please go check out Elizabeth's channel. We'll leave it linked below. Elizabeth, I don't know how quick you're quick, but if you want to pop your link to your channel in the chat, that would be awesome.
1 second. Hey, get back to my channel.
So, what else to say? I might have a video tomorrow. I might not. I mean, I've had 2 today. So,
Dawn is asking for a call tomorrow about your
yes.
crafty. So
yes, I was in meetings all day today, so I couldn't do that today, but we will do that tomorrow for sure. I only have 1 meeting that I know of, so I'll be able to step away and make that phone call and get back to work. So yeah. All right, you guys, big love to you all. Have a super good night. And we'll see you later.
It. I was messing up the other day. I'm like, it's not looking like a heart.
Oh, and to the queen.
Yes, look at that. Awesome sauce.
All right. Bye, everyone. Good night.
Night, everyone. And then you should have a button that says end live stream.
Let's see.
It would have been where you're